Good morning and welcome to day 6 of the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure 12. And oh dear, I might be just a little tad broken this morning, people. Just a little bit, you know, not too much. But it's going to be another morning of a important, delightful, delicious necessity of the elixir of life, such as this is on days like this. Oh my goodness. Help! Oh. That first taste of caffeine in the morning, there's nothing quite like it. Oh. Good morning. You okay? You know? Welcome to a very calm and still, yet foggy, but warm Friday morning at Ranworth Broad, you know. It's wow. Oh, I had a much longer day than expected yesterday, but an absolutely brilliant evening last night. It really was fantastic, you know. Yeah, you know, 7 years I've been coming down here, and I've met people, you know. I've gone out for my early dinners and what have you, and I've always been back at the boat. Not too late, you know. But this week, literally, I've been chucked out the pubs, you know, 3 times, you know, for being the last one in the pub and not realising the time, and the staff are saying, right, okay, go on, you know, get out, you know, I want to go home. It's just like, oh dear. So yeah, it's been such a good time. And it all started just with a beer, you know, with Amanda and Gavin over on Royal Light, and then Adam and Leave turned up in Brink's Jazz, you know, and then later on John and Christine on Rooms Captain number 8, who I met on Tuesday. They ended up at Ranworth and came over and joined us, and so there was like 6 of us all having a laugh, and the drink was free flowing. And then a guy turned up in the afternoon, you know, before dinner, you know, and he was celebrating his 51st birthday, and he had this sambuca that he started sharing around with everybody, and I was just like, oh my god, you know. It was a bloody good night. You know, and yeah, like I said, beer, cider, whiskey, sambuca. It was all free flowing, by the way, last night, people. You know, and oh, I'm surprised I'm not too bad this today, because we only had the one meal. You know, it's not like we had a starter or dessert or anything like that. It was literally a main course, you know, and it was what a laugh, you know. So yeah, I'm not too broken this morning, if I'm honest, you know. I'm definitely going to be needing a few cups of tea before I get the day started, but I'm not too broken, so I'm quite grateful for that, you know. But yeah, I mean, it was like 2 o'clock by the time I got into my bed last night, and it's just like, really? 2 o'clock? Never been that late, and I don't go to that bed that late unless I'm working up north, never mind down here when I'm on holiday, you know. I'm getting too old for 2 o'clock bedtimes. But yeah, so and wow, it's just like okay, it's a bit foggy, you know, but so still and so, I mean, there's literally, okay, I don't know if you can tell that, but there's literally not a ripple out on that broad at all, you know. Excuse me while a plane flies overhead. But yeah, there's literally not a ripple at all out on that broad, you know. Such is the stillness of the air, you know. And I'm not entirely sure because it's difficult to say because it is a wee bit on the foggy side, you know, and thus a bit grey. But I don't know, I mean, if that burns off later today, it could be a cracking day again. You know, could be an absolutely cracking day. So after all the horrible weather at the start of the week, it looks like it might actually end up quite good, you know. So yeah, and what is on the agenda for today? Well, today it's going to be quite a bit of a short day as such, because as I said yesterday, is that I like to take the boat back to the marina and give her a wash down because she needs it with all this wet weather. Give her a wee wash down and hoover and what have you, clean it up, and then I like to pack up all the sort of non-essential stuff, if you like, load up the car, and that way it's all pretty much all done, and then I will move on somewhere else after that. The marina from here is not very far, it's like literally half an hour or something like that, you know, it's just like, so it's going to be a very short cruise up there, and wherever I end up tonight, you know, I don't know, I might be back down at Ranworth, you know, I might be somewhere in Horning, I might go up to Salhouse Broad, you know, I really don't know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay in the marina, you know, is literally this day's vlog going to be half an hour long and that's it, you know. So yeah, I've no idea exactly where I'm going to be going once I get to the marina. It kind of depends on how I feel once I've sort of got all that sort of stuff sorted and where I want to go after that. But it will be somewhere close by to Horning, so that in the morning I don't need to get up too early, and I can then just take a leisurely cruise to wherever, and well, I get up in the morning and I get a leisurely cruise back to Horning, I should say, to Bolter's Marina, which is where I like to go to get fuel and pump out, you know, because they're really rather quite reasonable there. So yeah, on a Saturday morning I can get in there, you know, get in there for them opening at 8 o'clock, get fuel, get pumped out, then it's back to the marina, you know, leave Bolters, back to the marina, and then it's literally grab the bedding off the bed, shove it in the car, maybe a few final bits and pieces, and then yeah, it's just jump in the car and off-ski, you know. Very, very easy. It makes Saturday morning very easy, and you know, I'm not rushing around, and you know, it's all quite calm, you know. So yes, that's the plan today. So it's going to be quite a short day. There's not really going to be too much happening. Good morning, sir. How are you? Huh? A wee bit hungover, are we?
Just a touch.
Yeah.
Just a touch.
Needing a little caffeine.
Kettle is on.
Give me a wee bit, about an hour or so, and I'll maybe chap on your door for a wee morning aperitif.
Kettle is on.
That was just Gavin there, you know, he's obviously rising and shining and needing a bit of a coffee himself, so sorry about that. Yeah, so I'm going to get myself organised a wee bit, and then I'll nip in and have a wee cup of coffee or something like that, you know, with him in the morning, and yeah, you know, I mean this is the thing, is that, you know, we have talked so much on Facebook, you know, I mean, they know some of the stuff that I post on my Facebook. I mean, if you good morning.
Morning,
Russell.
How's the head? Needing a wee bit of coffee.
Coffee needs to be consumed.
I'm not used to nights like that, definitely. You know, I've got the tea sitting there and I'm just like, oh, you know. But yeah, sorry, that's Adam and Lee up on Blinks Jazz there. Give us a wee wave. That's them just surfacing as well. Also a wee bit hungover this morning. But yes, it's what was I saying? Yes. I mean, people have like sort of sent me a friend request, you know, on Facebook, and wanted to join my Facebook page, and thinking it's all about boats and everything like that, you know. But well, there's a wee bit of boat stuff there occasionally, you know. But I'm a huge science fiction geek. I'm a bit of an idiot, you know, and some of that stuff that I post on Facebook is it's weird as shit, you know. So yeah, they have been friends on my Facebook for quite a long time, and we've always had a bit of a laugh, a bit of a giggle, but we've never actually met in person, you know. And to find out that they were down here in the Broads, it was like, yeah, we're gonna meet up, people, you know. And ironically, they were actually moored at Stokesby at the same time as me. But I'd gone out, done my bits and pieces, and then gone back to the boat, and they didn't really want to chap the window, you know. They were a wee bit sort of self-conscious, you know, about doing that. So yeah, they missed me at Stokesby basically. So yeah, they message on the power of Messenger. We definitely organised a get-together today, and yeah, what a get-together it was. It was fantastic, you know. So yeah. So yeah. That's the plan for the day. You know, it's going to be quite a short day. You know, we're not really going to get up to a few much. It's going to be more sort of taking care of the boat and getting the boat ready for returning back to the marina properly tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow. So I need a few caffeines, get myself sorted, and then I'm going to get the short day started. So. Well, yeah, anyway, I'm babbling. I'm trying not to babble, and I'm babbling. So, yeah, I hope you've had I hope you enjoyed today. Come away, join me. Let's see what we get up to, and let's see if we can find some more mischief to get into before the end of the great adventure, I should say. So, I'll keep you updated on the events of the day. I'll speak to you soon. Okay, so until later, bye for now. Cheers! Okay, just a little wee update for you. That is me finally on the way, and oh my goodness, what a morning that was. What is the time? It's knocking on 11 o'clock, you know, and it's just like, wow, what a late start to the day, but an enjoyable morning. Oh, let me just hold on a wee second. You're looking a wee bit too high up. Let me just. There you go. That's a wee bit better. Yes, it was a wonderful good morning. Sorry, I'm just realising that I didn't realise just how fast I'm going here. This is what I do, you know. I don't actually have a GPS speedo on this boat, so I've got a GPS speedo app on the phone, but some places the signal's not so good, so I need to sort of stick it up. Right. Yes, so yeah. Right. Like I say, there we go, just knock off about 100 revs or so. Yes, right. Hello. How you doing? You alright? What a morning that's been. Yeah, I went out to do a wee sort of morning vlog. And while I was finishing that, Adam and Leave on the Brinks Jazz sort of got up. Gavin sort of poked his head out, and it was just like, alright, so I had a wee chat with them, and then there was oh now what was it? Oh god, you were on Brinks Benmore TC and Royal Commander, you know, a wee family, and honestly, I'm sorry, you know I talked to you, and you were yeah, you were a lovely couple, and quite enjoyed my wee chat with you actually. Name escapes me just now. I want to say Ben, but it's not Ben, is it? You know, but you know who you are. And yeah, they came in, and we ended up having a wee chat with them, and yeah, then obviously John and Christine woke up, you know, that I'd met last night, and ended up having a chat with them. You know, here's me. I was only supposed to be like 5 minutes, you know, just talking to my camera with my morning coffee, you know, which I currently now have once again. Yeah, oh god, I'm sorry people, I'm just I know it's I'm so disorganised this morning, I really am. Yeah, I was only supposed to be out there for 5 minutes, just sort of to do my morning vlog, and ended up, I'm standing there for 2 hours in my house coat. Everybody's getting up, organised, everybody's sort of waking up, you know, people are leaving, people are coming, and all they're seeing is me in this bloody Jedi house coat and this Chewbacca onesie, you know, standing in the middle of bloody the stave, you know, talking to me, and people are going, what the hell's going on with this, holding a camera, you know, and this guy's like, what's going on here, you know? So yeah, I was getting some strange weird looks. It's like, what the hell is going on, you know? But oh, it was great just sort of seeing everybody. A few of us are a wee bit sort of bleary-eyed this morning, there's no doubt about that, but yeah, it was a good having a wee catch up, and eventually I managed to get on board the boat, and I threw some clothes on, and Gavin and Amanda had already, like last night, invited me over for a cuppa this morning, so it was a bit later than planned, but I went over and knocked on and said, right, okay, stick the kettle on, I'm coming over, you know, we're gonna get a cup of coffee, you know. So yeah, I ended up going to Amanda and Gavin's boat for a cup of coffee, and yeah, it was good. It was really good, you know. A good wee catch up. Said hello, you know, and talked a wee bit about last night and what we're going to do today and everything. So yeah, it was great, and fired up the engine, and that's me on the way. Currently 11 o'clock. I don't know if you saw, I did a wee bit of a weird thing, is that I left the stave and then I did a big circle in the Broad, you know, and you're probably wondering, why did I do that? Why did I do a big circle, you know, on the Broad, you know? And what I was basically doing, I was cleaning my mudweight, you know, because I brought the mudweight up and as is expected, you know, it's absolutely caked in mud, you know. So all I did is rather than bring it all the way up, I dipped it back underneath the water, you know, set off, and I could have kept it down there, you know, for half an hour or so, but I just did a quick sort of big circle on the Broad, you know, and that cleaned it. It knocked all the mud off, you know, so I've got a nice clean shiny mudweight again, you know, and then obviously I just like pulled it all the way back up. So yeah, that was why, if you saw me, that's why I did that big circle, you know, in the Broad. I was just cleaning my mudweight, getting all the excess mud and junk and horribleness all off it. So yeah, that's us starting. Where are we going to go today? Well, like I say, today's going to be a bit of a short day. We're not really going to be doing much. We're not really going to be going places. That's a nice boat, by the way, you know. Yeah, we are basically going back to the marina, which is going to be like half an hour, something like that. We're going to go back to the marina and we're going to get ourselves organised, and we're going to basically, I'm going to tidy up the boat a bit and get some packing done and load up the car a bit and what have you, and then I'm going to figure out exactly where I'm going to go after that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So it's going to be a wee bit of a short day. There's not really going to be much happening. I will still try to pop by when I can and have wee chats with you and what have you. But yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens today. You know, it won't be much. I do know that, and I won't be going very far because I have to take the boat back to the marina early in the morning. So I'm just gonna, if I get myself organised today, you know, I don't need to rush around like a demented idiot, you know. I'll just rush around like a normal idiot. So yeah, that's the plan today. So it's going to be lots of little short cruises, and we'll just take it easy. We'll see where the day takes us. But we're not going to be very long, so I'm going to go for now, at least. I'm just coming to the end of Ranworth Dam. I'm going to turn left towards Horning, and it'll probably be about 15 minutes and we'll be back at the marina, you know. So yeah, I will keep you updated on the events of the day, even though we're not really doing very much. So yeah, I'll keep you informed of the events of the day, and yeah, we'll see where the day takes us. So until later, I'll speak to you soon. So until then, bye for now. Cheers! Okay, just a little wee update for you. As you can see, that is me back at the marina, and it didn't take any length of time at all from Ranworth. And it was one reason why I actually like this marina so much. It's in Horning, it's a lovely central location, and it's pretty much near everything you could possibly want. And if you wanted to just nip out, you know, you're not very far away from your home base, and it's absolutely great. So yes, it was a very short cruise from Ranworth. Didn't take any length of time at all, and we're back, but we possibly will not be staying. The plan is I'm going to get the boats sorted and sort of cleaned up a wee bit, you know. With all that rain and wind and earlier, you know, she's pretty muddy, and she needs a wee bit of a hose down and a wee bit of the old scrubbing. And I want to give the interior a bit of a hoover as well, you know. Just tidy her up. I mean, we do, as a syndicate boat, we do employ a cleaner to come in and actually give the interior a good once over every week, you know, for the next person. So that's always a good. I like that, you know. So I don't need to worry too much about the interior of her, but I still like to make her presentable though, you know. So at least it's like I say, it's not perfect, but she's tidier, you know. And the cleaner can come in and take care of all the bits that I've missed, basically, you know, which is most of it. But yeah, the outside definitely needs a bit of a hose down and a scrub down, so that's what we're here for. And also I will start packing up all my bits and pieces, and yeah, we'll take her back. We'll load up the car, all ready in preparation for leaving tomorrow morning. Quite interesting, coming up that wee dike there. Came along the River Bure, and there was a group of lads on Barnes' boat just at the entrance, and they had the fishing lines right the way across the entrance to the dike, and it was just like, guys, seriously, you need to pull your lines in, otherwise I'm going to go right over them and I'm going to break your lines and you're going to lose your lures or whatever. So they were quickly pulled in. So I started coming up the dike, and only to find evening shadow is coming down the dike, and it's just like, oh, okay. So I'm backing out into the main river. Got a boat behind me. I've got a couple of boats coming down, you know, from Wroxham area. You know, evening shadow comes out, goes round the fishing boat and away, and then I've got a sailing boat that starts coming down the dike. It's just like, oh my god, you know, I'm sitting here holding station in the middle of the river, you know. I've got boats behind, boats in front, boats to the right, and oh, you know, wee bit of a slight chaotic situation there, but we all got past, no problems, and there was no calamities, what I'll say, you know. And then once the sailing boat came down, I've drifted on up the narrow dike, and the boats, everybody went on their way, and I was just giving everybody a wee thanks today, sorry, you know. So yeah, and then of course, well, I got a wee bit sad coming up the River Bure there, you know. I'm just going to go completely off kilter here, okay? The power of music can sometimes be quite powerful for sort of a Piscean such as myself, who can be quite emotional sometimes, you know, and sensitive, you know. And I know a lot of the guys are thinking, oh god, what the hell is he going to go on about now, you know? But yeah, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, you know, but I used to have 2 cats, you know, and they were a huge, big part of my life, you know, and they were, yeah, we've seen quite a wee bit, you know, in my personal life, you know, and there was a time when I went through a very hard time, and they were there, and they offered sort of support and comfort, you know, as animals, and anybody who's got a pet will probably know that, you know. But last year, during the first furlough, I was woke up in the middle of the night, and one of my cats, Cisco, black cat, basically had a heart attack, stroke, and died unexpectedly in my arms in the middle of the night, and just completely out of the blue, you know, and it hit me quite hard, you know, actually, you know, being on furlough and just living by myself, and you know, just nobody there, you know, and it was quite heart-wrenching, as I'm sure anybody that has pets will know. And I got quite lost for quite a wee while, but I decided to make sort of I didn't really have any video footage, but I decided to make a bit of a tribute video to the times that I had with them, and I used a gorgeous piece of emotional music on it, and yeah, I was it was more sort of my way to say goodbye to a very dear friend who had been sort of an important part of my life, you know, and listening to music coming down, and that particular track that I used came, you know, on the shuffle, you know, and it kind of brought back quite a lot of the memories of my time with them, and the video that I made, and yeah, I'm not afraid to say, you know, I shed a wee tear thinking about him, you know, and yeah, I'm quite sure he's over the Rainbow Bridge, and he's running free and wild and causing mayhem and mischief, you know. But it was still quite sort of you know, it sort of touched me, you know, on my heartstrings a wee bit, you know, just listening to that wee bit of track. I don't know if you've seen the video. It's probably by now it's quite a wee bit down in the video list, but I think I might still have a copy of it on the edit. So yeah, if I've still got it, you know, I'll maybe see if I can add it into the video, and you can see for yourself and judge for yourself, you know, if it was a good tribute video or not, you know. But anyway, I digress. Like I say, it's just sometimes surprises me, you know, just how strong and attached you can get to animals, you know, and how they can become, you know, that they're not just pets, they're the members of your family. And when you live alone and you've had two brothers, you know, Cisco and Gizmo, for, well, 15 years, you know, they are definitely a big part of your life, you know. So yeah, when you lose one suddenly unexpected, it kind of hits you like the sudden loss of any family member, you know. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say about it. You know, I'm not going to go into an emotional spiel or anything like that. You know, it was just listening to that one track came up. You know, and it was just like, oh my god, you know, poor wee Cisco, you know. But anyway, right, okay, moving on. Okay, right. If I've got the video, I'll put the video in, and you can have a wee watch of it, and tell me if it's a good tribute video or not. You know, but. Anyway, yeah, so that's me back at the marina. I'm going to get myself sorted. I'm not sure what I'm going to do after I've got myself sorted. I mean, it's still, it's only like 12 o'clock, you know, if that, probably only about 11:30, but it's only lunchtime, so I've still got the whole day ahead of me. I'll not be too long dealing with this, you know, so get that sorted. Get it fixed up, get the car loaded, and then we can decide where we're going to go from there, okay? So yeah, I will keep you updated and informed of the events of the day and where I end up. So yeah, as always, I'll speak to you soon. So until later, bye for now. Okay, just a little wee update for you, and as you can see there is sky above me. That can only mean one thing: I'm on the upper helm. Woohoo! Yes, yes, yes. I'm not going to be going very far. I have been to the marina. I didn't get nearly enough of what I wanted done. The marina's in the moment washing down a lot of their boats, you know. I'm assuming for some hires starting tomorrow, so because there's a few hire boats in this marina, so the hose that I would usually use to clean the boat down is currently in use, and I just left them to it because it's not an essential thing, and I just figured, well, you know, I can give the boat a wee wash down tomorrow or something like that, you know, or even later if I end up back at the marina later tonight. So I've packed up the car with pretty much most of the bits and pieces, barring camera stuff, and I'm heading back out. I'm going to head back out, and yeah, surprisingly, I'm not sure if it's a good thing or not, but I'm going to meet up with Amanda and Gavin again on Regal Light. Obviously they left they left Ranworth shortly after me, and they've got a wee space at the free moorings, and they've invited me along to continue a little refreshment this afternoon, and a wee chat and a wee catch up. So since I'm kind of at a loose end at the moment, I am going to go and have a little chat and refreshment with them this afternoon. I kind of had hoped to enjoy a nice wee dinner with them again, and see where that took us. But yeah, unfortunately I got a message and I need to go away and make well, I've got to go away and make a call this evening, so yeah. But yeah, at least we'll still have a few hours. It's only just gone 1 o'clock, so I mean it's like hours, you know. We've pretty much still got the full afternoon, and yeah, we're just gonna see where the afternoon takes us. I did say it's going to be a bit of a short day, you know, with very little cruising, you know. So I'm at one end of Horning, they're at the other end of the Horning, so it's not going to take very long at all to get to them. And I've set the GoPros up on the front of the boat, and I'm just going to let them run because when you're doing tight manoeuvres on this boat, it's definitely a lot easier for doing side-ons and stern-on moorings when you're up at the upper helm. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to stay up here, take a nice wee dawdle down, see how they're moored up, and then they have given me permission, or invited me I should say, to double moor alongside them, and that's what I'm going to do, you know. And you're allowed to do that at that particular state, so there's no problems there. And it means that even if the state is full, which it probably will be, because let's face it, it's the free moorings in Horning outside the Swan, yeah, that's going to be full. They were very lucky to get in there, definitely. So yeah, I'm going to go up there and have a wee little chat in the afternoon, and I've no idea where we will go or what we will do, but we'll yeah, we'll go and figure something out. Okay, so that's the update so far. It's quite a sort of uneventful, relaxing, not really doing much or not really going anywhere much sort of day, but it kind of always tends to be that way, you know. So at least I'm organised for leaving tomorrow morning, you know. I don't need to mess around, you know, and run around like my hair's on fire trying to get everything sorted and on the way, because it's obviously I've got quite a lot of long drive ahead of me in the morning. So last thing you want to be doing is start thinking about packing and loading cars and all that. So it's pretty much all done, you know. So maybe about an hour tomorrow, just to finish off the last few bits and pieces and pack away the cameras, and that will be me. So in the meantime, I'm going to kick back, relax. It's got lovely and warm. I'm gonna just enjoy the last of the last day, the last few hours, so to speak, you know, and take it easy from there. So as always though, I'll keep you updated on the events of the day. Does this angle make me look fat, by the way? Does that, you know? You don't mind looking up my nostrils? But yeah, I'm gonna go away, enjoy the last few hours of this wonderful adventures that I've had, and yeah, I'll keep you informed. So until later, I'll speak to you soon. So until then, bye for now. Cheers! Okay, just a little wee update for you. That is me at the other end of Horning, all tied up next to Royal Light and Gavin and Amanda. Once again, oh my god, you know. And I'm telling you, son, if you bring out the whiskey, I'm buggering off straight away, you know.
I don't think there's any risk of that today.
Is that no. But yes, and like I say, you are permitted to moor up, double moor up next to boats in pretty much a lot of the places, you know. But the one thing you have to always do is not just turn up to a place and just whack into another boat and tie up and, you know, no permission or anything like that. That's bad manners, and no, you can't do that. But if you do have permission, you can ask if it's okay, and if they give you permission to tie up, then there you go. tied up next to their boat. We're all secure and everything's good. And yeah, we had hoped to go to the Swan. It's been a wee while since I've been there, and I had hoped to actually go there and sample a menu or something like that. But unfortunately, due to technical reasons, it's closed. Well, at least the kitchen is closed until Saturday, which is no good to me because obviously, you know, I'm away on Saturday. So that's a wee bit of a shame, you know, but still, not to worry, not to worry. If need be, the new inn is just down there, a short walk, and yeah, I mean, we can still get drinks in the Swan, so I'm sure we'll partake ourselves of a little afternoon refreshment, as they say, you know. So yeah, I'm not going to end the vlog here because I'm quite sure, you know, like I say, I've got to go and do something later on, so I will probably leave to let Amanda and Gavin enjoy the evening in peace, and I'll go away and take care of what I need to take care of this evening. Yeah, so we'll wait and see, but yeah, it's going to be good, it's going to be good. Although alright, although as long as I don't get too tipsy as I did last night, because that was a bloody great night. But oh my god, my head this morning, I was definitely needing plenty caffeine this morning to clear the head, you know, which I managed to get, so no problems. And the boat is currently filthy, dirty, manky, and oh my god, it's quite disgusting actually. So I definitely need to go back and at some point give a nice wee hose down and a scrub before I leave tomorrow. But we've still got time, you know. And it's a lovely, despite the fact that it's overcast, it is really lovely and warm and nice and mild. And yeah, it's a nice way to end the week, actually, you know, considering what it was like at the start of the week, you know. So anyway, I'm not going to babble too much, okay. That's me here, I'm at Horning, you know. I've no idea what we're going to do, but we'll go away and we'll figure something out. So I will keep you updated on whatever's happens. So until later, I'll speak to you soon. So until then, bye for now. Cheers. Okay, just a little wee update for you. Okay, right, this is me. Right.
It's not for you. No. Hey.
Right.
No.
This is me at the top end, and obviously over there you've got Royal Light and Thunder. And I feel, okay, that considering how fantastic a night I had last night with the couple, okay, it's only fair to properly introduce you to some quite long-term Facebook friends. It has been a while, hasn't it? You know. Yeah. So I'd like to actually physically introduce you to Gavin here, and
hello,
Amanda, and their beautiful, gorgeous dog Willow, which is absolutely no interest whatsoever in YouTube, you know. But,
who's this? Who's this, Willow? Who is it?
Come here. Hey. Yeah, we've known each other for quite a wee while on Facebook, haven't we? And we've done a lot of commenting and everything like that. But we've never actually. This is the first time we've met, you know. And,
yeah, physically.
I'm surprised they're still smiling and not cursing me, you know.
Just a sore head from last night.
Yeah, it was a really good night last night, but oh my god, it was
brilliant.
It was pretty full on, you know. Yeah. But yeah, and yeah, come in. Fantastic. So we are going to go for a little refreshment at the Swan.
Sounds good, yeah.
Swan, and have a nice wee tipple.
Yes, a top up.
Top up. We're not doing what we did yesterday and sit there until 12 o'clock at night or whatever.
I reckon not.
No.
I don't think I'm in any good shape for that.
Yes, just take it easy, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce you to at least one couple that was responsible for the hangover this morning, you know.
Yes.
So yes,
one of a few.
One of a few, because they ended up quite and did you see how many people turned up this morning as well? You know, I mean, it was just like
oh yeah,
we had like 2 or 3 boats all coming in, and
yeah.
I'm standing there for 2 hours in my house coat, you know, trying to get, you know, in for another cup of coffee, you know, and it just wasn't happening, you know. But yeah, I just wanted to introduce you. This is Amanda, Gavin. They've been friends on my Facebook for a long time. This is the first time we've met in person, and we're actually getting on like a house on fire, you know. So yeah, right. That's all for now though, so I'll go for now. I'll keep you updated on the events for the day. So until later,
Cheers!
Okay, just a little wee update for you. That is me back on the rivers. I have had an absolutely fantastic afternoon chatting with Amanda and Gavin, and then Phil and Nicola on Brink's Tempo dropped by, just sheer coincidence. And oh my god, that Phil You know, he reminds me of an uncle I used to, well, I have, and yeah, let's just say he's one of those life of soul parties. You know, he's not afraid to bloody say it right out and just sort of come right. I mean, some of the stuff that he comes out with is just like, oh my god, really? Did you actually say that? But in the same token, it's all hilarious, you know. It's all fun, you know, and he was, what a bloody laugh he is. He really is, you know. And honestly, it was. We all agreed that we're not having a repeat of last night, you know. But it's heading that way just now, you know. But unfortunately, I couldn't stay. I have other obligations this evening, unfortunately. So, Amanda, Gavin, Phil, Nicola, I'm really sorry. I had to move on, you know. But yeah, I'm not gonna dwell too much about it. I needed to move on, end of story. You know, let's leave it at that, okay? So yeah, I have left them and I am currently heading up the River Bure and I'm heading towards Wroxham. Yes, I'm heading towards Wroxham. At 5 o'clock at night, I am heading towards Wroxham. You know, it's just like, what the hell? You know, you're not gonna get moored up. You know, what are you doing? You know, I have no idea what I'm doing. But I am going to go up towards Wroxham and I'm not going to be hanging around. I am going to literally go up to Wroxham by the bridge. There's a wee sneaky wee place I can moor up, hopefully if it's free, for half an hour. And I'm going to moor up there and I'm going to nip into Gray's fish and chip shop. I'm hoping Gray's is the one that I'm thinking of and not Ken's. There's two of them, you know, and it's just like, oh my god, which one is it? I'm pretty sure it's Gray's. I will confirm that. And I'm going to get myself some fish and chips, because you've got to have some fish and chips, you know, when you're out on the Broads at some point, you know. So I'm going to get myself some fish and chips from Gray's. I'm going to dive back to the boat and set back off, and then I'm going to probably stop maybe around Salhouse Broad, and I'm going to have my fish and chips and take care of what I need to take care of tonight. And well, you know, I'll either spend the night on a mudweight on Salhouse Broad, or I will maybe go, depending, you know, on the time, you know, back down to Horning and maybe catch Amanda and Gavin still in the pub, probably, with Phil and Nicola, and maybe have a final pint with them. I don't know. One of the beauties is that of being on this boat is that I've got navigation lights, which is great, you know. I even bought large spot lamps to light my way down the river, you know, on a night navigation, you know, which is great. The only kind of problem that I'm having is that when I loaded up the car, I loaded up my big sort of utility bag, if you like, with all the life jackets and all the torches that I got for night navigation, you know. So yeah, I'm going up to Wroxham, you know. It's starting to get a bit dull already, and if I leave Salhouse, you know, yeah, it's going to be a case of like I'll be coming back in the dark if I move from Salhouse and I don't have my torches. This is what you call Admiral's forward planning. It's good, this Admiral's forward planning, because it keeps you on your toes, you know, and you're never quite sure what's going to happen, when it's going to happen, or how it's going to happen, you know. So instead of being organised, like, you know, I've been organised for 3 years for an eventuality just like this, and when it's finally happened, where's the torches? Back in the marina, loaded into the car. Hello? Like, what the actual? Oh man. Oh. Anyway, not to worry. I'll deal with that if and when it happens, you know. The important thing is I need food and I need a mooring, you know. I'm going up to Wroxham to get food. I'll go down to Salhouse to get a mooring, and we'll take it from there. But as a general rule, you know, as long as I've got food, mooring, signal, all is good. So that is the plan. I am going to go up to Wroxham. I'm going to charge the batteries because the engine's not really been running enough today. You know, it's only had wee sort of half-hour stints, and that's not enough. So I'm thinking a wee blast up to Wroxham helps charge up the batteries, and then we blast down to Salhouse, helps charge the batteries, and maybe let the engines run for a wee bit on Salhouse Broad, because hopefully it'll not be too late, you know. So yeah, it's all go this evening basically, you know, but everything is good and everything is going well. So I am going to go there now. It's turning into a lovely evening. It's not cold, it's quite nice and it's quite lovely, and yeah, I will keep you updated on the events of the day. Do I sound a little tipsy? I don't think I'm tipsy. I'm not too tipsy. I can still walk in a straight line, so I'm not that tipsy, you know. I have definitely had a couple pints this afternoon, there is no denying that, and all I've eaten today is a bag of nuts. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm tipsy, but I definitely need some food. So this is why we're going up to Wroxham. We're gonna get some food up at Wroxham, you know. So yeah, I will keep in touch and let you know the events of the day, but until later, I shall speak to you soon. So until then, bye for now. Cheers! Okay, just a little wee update for you. I am continuing up the River Bure, and I must admit, okay, that late afternoon cruising is very reminiscent of early morning cruising. And I'm finding myself quite enjoying this particular cruise. You know, it's like everybody's kind of found their mooring spot for the evening, you know. They're all either out and about, or they're having dinner, or whatever they're doing, you know. They're doing it. So nobody's on the river, you know. I mean, I've seen a few hire boats coming down the river, and I've passed a few hire boats, but I'm assuming maybe that's late takeovers at the boatyards. I don't know. They are certainly Norfolk Broads Direct and Barnes Brinkcraft boats that I have passed, but other than that, there's nobody around, you know. It's really, really quiet. I'm quite liking this, by the way, you know. Usually I would get up in the morning and I would set off, and I would set off to my destination, and I would get to my destination, and that would be it. You know, I'm there for the day. You know, doesn't matter if I arrive at 4 o'clock in the afternoon or 11 o'clock in the morning. I get to a destination and that's me. I don't move. I'm kind of rethinking that idea at the moment. I'm kind of liking the idea of getting to a place, stopping for a while, and then moving on later on when the river's quieting down, because this is lovely, by the way. Now maybe it's because there's no wind, and maybe it's because it's still quite mild, and you know, the weather is not adverse, you know, but I am quite liking this, you know. This is lovely, you know. It feels very off-season cruising during the day, if that makes sense, you know. Because I would cruise off-season, you know, like in December or something like that, you know. I would set off, you know, and it would be a wee bit sort of, I mean, it's not bright or dull or dark or anything like that. I mean, I still have my navigation light switched off, you know. But it's certainly, I mean, the camera's picking it up as it's brighter than it actually is, you know. But it's still not dark, and it's actually, there's nobody here, you know. I just passed Salhouse Broad back there, and I'm heading up to Wroxham Broad, and there's nobody. The river's a flat calm, and it's just like, wow. It's just me, nature, and my music. And I'm just saying that, and here's another hire boat. Just me saying that, you know. There's nobody around, and oh, well, actually there is somebody around still, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's another Norfolk Broads Direct boat, so you know, have they just taken over? Are they just left their boatyard looking for a mooring for tonight? You know, I don't know, you know. But for the most part, the rivers are so quiet at this time of the evening, or late afternoon, or early evening, or whatever. And I'm quite liking this idea, by the way, people, you know. I think this is really quite lovely, you know. So yeah, that's quite a wee bit of a surprise, actually, you know. I'm quite surprised myself, you know. I mean, all I want to do is just get some fish and chips, because I've not had fish and chips this week, all week, you know. And yeah, I'm quite in the mood for some fish and chips tonight, people, by the way, you know. So yeah, god damn it, I am going to get myself some fish and chips. One way or the other, you know. So I can only hope I can get moored up at Wroxham, you know, because God help me if I can't, because I'm a private boat, I just can't whack it into the hire yards, and that's it. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see how that works out, you know. But we'll find out, you know. But certainly at the moment I am quite liking this late afternoon, early evening cruise. But we'll wait and see if that opinion changes later, you know. So yeah, I am continuing up the river at the moment. All is going well, no problems. So yeah, let's see how we get on in Wroxham. So yeah, I'm just approaching Wroxham Broad right now. I've been on the go for 40 minutes or so, you know, so it's not that far, you know. And if I'm passing Wroxham Broad, I will soon be entering a 4-mile-an-hour zone, and then that will be it, you know. I will be pretty much in Wroxham, so it's not very far from Horning at all. So yeah, we'll wait and see. So I'll keep you updated on the events of the day, see how things go. So until later, I'll speak to you soon. So until then, bye for now. Cheers!
Okay, just a little wee update for you. I am here to say good night. I am currently, let me put you down here. Oh, I know yeah. Hello, how you doing? You okay? Yeah, I am here. Okay. On Salhouse Broad. Earlier on I left Amanda and Gavin at Horning, and I took a quick trip up the River Bure to Wroxham, and quickly moored up where the bridge pilot you would usually moor up for a bridge pilot. I was there literally 15 minutes. Obviously by the time I got there the bridge pilot was finished for the evening, so it wasn't a problem. I nipped into Gray's fish and chip shop in Wroxham, got myself a large cod and chips, and oh my god, that was a big bit of fish, by the way, but it was cooked fresh and it was cooked to perfection, and I struggled to finish it. It was big, you know. In fact, I didn't actually finish it. But yeah, and quickly jumped back on the boat and back on down the River Bure. And it was pretty much, by the time I got down to Salhouse Broad, which is where I am currently, it was pretty much my first nighttime navigation. The nav lights were on, it was getting very dark. I really wish I had my big torch, but it wasn't a problem. I was still able to see. And yeah, I came into Salhouse Broad. I nipped around the corner and I've dropped the mudweight. You know, there's about another 2 or 3 boats in this wee sort of sheltered corner. I'm assuming they're waiting, that they're taking their boat back to their respective hire yards first thing in the morning. So, and yeah, I have been here for only about a couple of hours now, actually. But oh, the clouds have rolled away, and the Milky Way is back out. A billion stars. You know, the air is so clear, I can actually see the twinkling of planes passing by overhead. You know, it is absolutely a gorgeous evening. No wind, and I'm just sitting here in the middle of the Broad, gently drifting on the current. You know, and honestly, if you haven't tried a mudweight, I highly recommend trying a mudweight wild mooring sometime, you know. And as long as you play out just a little bit extra rope or chain, you know, and it's nice and calm, not too windy, you know. It's such a peaceful mooring, you know. It's so quiet, you know. The water is still, the skies are twinkling with a billion stars above my head. Honestly, I've sat just for ages just looking up at the sky, you know. It is amazing, you know. But yeah, I have had it was just the way that the evening worked, you know. I felt a bit guilty and a bit sorry for leaving Amanda and Gavin, especially after the fantastic night last night. And yeah, it would have been great to have spent my final night in their company again, enjoying a few beers. But like I say, one thing led to another, and I couldn't do that, you know. I had to come away and take care of some personal business. And yeah, it was a shame. Amanda, Gavin, if you're watching this, honestly, didn't want to leave. I thoroughly enjoyed your company. I'm sorry I had to leave when I did, you know. I wanted to nip back down after I'd taken care of what I had to take care of, but by the time that was all done, it was like 9 o'clock, and yeah, it was really a bit too late to head back down, you know. So I apologise for that, but thank you for the wonderful evening and great afternoon. Had a brilliant time, you know. I am pooped now. I have to get up early in the morning because I have to go. Well, I have to go back to Horning, and because I wasn't able to give the boat a bit of a wash down earlier today, I've got to do that tomorrow morning, you know. So oh well, not to worry, these things happen, you know. So yes, I am going to go and have an early night, and yeah, it's always a bit sad on the last final night, you know. The end of another week-long fantastic adventure, and it's been great. It really has, you know. The weather has been changeable to begin with, but I've still managed to get some good weather. It's got a lot warmer over the last couple of nights, and it's yeah, I mean, it's been fantastic. I've had a great time being back on the boat, and a great time. I mean, my first solo cruise in a good couple of years, you know, and it's surprising how quickly all the wee sort of tips and tricks and, you know, all sort of came back, you know. And yeah, it's fantastic. But the adventure's not over yet. Like I say, I mean, today's been quite a short, uneventful day in the sense that, you know, I've not really gone anywhere or done anything, you know. I've just been taking care of some bits and pieces. But like I say, it's not over yet. I have to take the boat back to Horning. I need to go to Bolters, pump out and wash down the boat and fuel up before going back to the marina and tidying up the last of the cameras and loading up the car for leaving in the morning. So yeah, this is the end of day 6. But yeah, join me for the final wee bits and bobs first thing in the morning, and I'll take you with me into Bolters. Hopefully the wind stays off, because it's quite a challenging wee mooring getting in there if it isn't off. But yeah, it would be great to have you join me, and yeah, yeah, well, let's see what happens tomorrow, you know. So yeah, if you have been watching, thanks very much. Not really done a lot, but it has been my first nighttime navigation, or at least as close to my first nighttime navigation. It really was pretty much dark by the time I got to Salhouse, but and I'm glad I did it. You know, it was good to experience that, and just actually just cruise the rivers, just seeing how empty they are at night. You know, and I think I'm tempted to do that again more often, because it was quite fun. It was quite enjoyable, you know. So anyway, I'm not going to talk too much, okay, because it's late. I need to get up early in the morning, and yeah, so join me again for tomorrow on my final cruise of the adventure back to the boatyard, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow. So until then, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow on day 7. So until then, bye for now. Good night, folks. Cheers!